Hello, what's up everybody? How's it going? Welcome to another video of the tutorial series of PHP Specials. I'm your host Anwar Ali, and today we'll be learning a new topic, the topic of uploading files using HTML forms in PHP. By the way, sorry for the microphone today. I have some problems with my microphone and there might be slight disturbance in the video, which I'm sure from the next video it will be fixed, but please bear with me for today. So this topic has been confusing to a lot of people, in the sense, how do we upload the file, and if we even upload the file, how do we save the file to the database? Are we really saving the entire image to the database, or what is the procedure? So these are some of the topics that most of us are finding it confusing while we are learning PHP. So I'll be dealing with some topics today, and some complexities, and the solutions and proper way of how do we upload file in PHP. So let's start by turning on your Apache and MySql server. I have already created a database, and I'll discuss about it a little bit later, but let me just open it for now. And this is PHP Specials, and I've created a table called images, where we'll be uploading images and saving images. What are the different processes of saving images? We'll be discussing it soon. But let us set up the folder or file for the process. So I have my Sublime on. I have dragged the PHP Specials folder to my Sublime. Now let's start by creating file. I want to create a form first, so let me create a new file that says let's make it upload underscore form.php. So let us briefly discuss what we are about to do today. We will create a form where user will be able to enter the caption of the image, and a browse button where a user will be allowed to browse files or images from his PC, from his computer, from his laptop or Mac, and when he hits submit button, the image gets uploaded to the folder. Now discussing about database, as soon as the file is uploaded to the system, the details of the images and captions should also be stored in the database so that it can be used for future. So what usually happens is, whenever we upload an image, we don't usually save image to the database. There is a way where we can store actual image to the database, but we are not discussing that today. We will be discussing the most general and most efficient way of storing images. So what we usually do is, through a form, when people upload an image, we save that image to our local folder. And once the upload is done, we just grab the name of that image and save that name to the database as a character, so that we can know what was the name of file uploaded for which caption or which image or which product. So suppose there is an e-commerce website where we upload different products of our shop. So in that case, we upload an image for the product 1, suppose. So we will just save the name of that image, for example something.jpg. So this is the name of the image which we save in our products table, that this product is associated with, this image something.jpg is associated with product 1. So in future, whenever we search for that image in the specified folder, we only search for the name. We don't actually store the entire image to the database. What we usually store is just the name of the image. So that's why in my database I created a table called images, where I have these fields: ID, which is auto increment and primary key; so caption, which means it's just a title for an image, which can be displayed wherever we want, just a descriptive title; and image itself is a varchar, which is just the name of that image, not the entire image itself. So most of the developers are really confused on how to save image database. So you should be clear in this matter that we don't actually save the image to database. We only upload the image to our server, which might be any folder, and we grab the name of that image and store that name into the table. So that is what we are going to do today. The more we do, the clearer it gets. So let me create a form for file upload. So it should be an HTML document. So let me just quickly create an HTML document. So, and let me give a title called let's say file upload or let's say image upload. The process is the same whether you upload file or an image, it's the same process. Now let us create a form. So there are few rules while creating a form for uploading image. First of all, let us give an action. Let's say when we hit submit button, the form will submit to, let's say, upload.php. Okay. Secondly, the first rule regarding file uploading form is that its method should always be post. We cannot use get method for uploading an image. This is the rule number one. Second rule, we should add an extra attribute called ink type, enctyp, ink type, which should have its value multipart /form dash data. Let's not discuss what exactly this is. This is just, let us just suppose that this is a rule or let's say this is an extra attribute that needs to be added to the form while uploading images or while uploading any files. So this is something that you need to remember, meaning that we should compulsorily add this attribute, otherwise the form will not work. The form can work, but the file image upload will not work at all. This is the rule number one. Second, let's now quickly create a form and that says, like, let us also give some headings so that it's a little bit user friendly. So file upload or let's say image upload. Now as per our database, we have two fields, caption and image. The ID is auto increment, so we can just ignore it. So we need to save two different fields, caption and image. So let us create labels and inputs for those two. So caption, let us give a colon space and input type equals to text. Let us give it name caption and maybe 2 line breaks, br. Now mix, what can be the label for image browse? So let us just say browse. Okay, now the field for, if we need to specify input that allows user to browse any file, the type of that input should be file. Input type equals to file, and let us give the name as image for this. So whenever the type of any input is file, it creates a button that is browsable. Whenever click that button, it allows us to browse different files of our computer or PC and let us choose a file among the files that are inside our PC. Let's again break some lines and provide a submit button. Input type equals to submit, and let us not give name, but we can have a value that says upload. Okay, let me check how it looks like. So our folder name is PHP underscore specials and my file name is upload underscore file dot php. Is it upload underscore file? No, upload underscore form dot php, right? Upload underscore form dot php. So we get a form now which has an option to add caption and a browse button. As I told you, when the type of an input is file, it reproduces what it generates a browse button which allows user to choose from the existing choose the files from our computer. So I've already downloaded some pictures so that it is easy for us to work out, and so that it saves time. So what we are going to do is, whenever we write some caption ABC, okay, and browse an image and hit upload, it should upload the picture to our server, and at the same time it should save the name of that picture to the table in this field. So caption should be in this field and the name of the image should be in this field. So let us do that now. Now, since this form is submitting the data to upload.php, we should create an upload.php file. New file, Control S, upload.php. Now, the first thing that we need to do in this file is grab the form data. So how do we grab caption? Since the method uses post, so all we need to do is $caption equals to $_post. Okay, caption. I want to show you something. There are two inputs in this form, but if we just var dump $_post, let's see what it gives. So $_post, I'm in var dump. Var dump is a function that describes a variable of a function or an object or anything. So var dump is dumping something completely, describing something completely. So let us just check to see when we upload the form, it submits the form to upload.php, and we are trying to var dump $_post to see what it is. Okay, so let's say, so I am writing the caption to be ABC and my picture is picture.e1.png. Let me click upload, and we can see that whenever we var dumped $_post, it only gave me caption. It says that it has only one index, and that is caption. But why is it so? When we have two inputs in this form, why $_post is only showing caption and not image? And this is because whenever there is an input with type file, we don't grab it through $_post. Rather, we grab it through $_files. I hope that is making sense. So whenever we are submitting something that is not input type, text type, or drop down, or maybe checkbox or something like that, whenever we are browsing a file, it is not submitted via post. Rather, it is submitted via $_files. Now let us try to var dump $_files and see what it gives. Let me just resubmit the form again, and we can now see it says that the array has one index, and that is image. So what is this image? It is actually the name that is used in the input field. If you see here, we can see the input type equals to file has name image. So if we replace it by image underscore, let's say type or image underscore name, okay, let's go back and submit the form again. Let me make it ABC, browse, picture 2, and upload. Now I can see that it is being replaced by image underscore name. So the index of the array $_files is actually the name that is being used in this input. So the array $_files itself is an array which only has one index, and that is image underscore name. Okay, and this file, this index again is an array which has 5 values. So that is name, which is picture2.png, the file that I uploaded, and its name is saved in $_files, image name, and name, right? So if I have to get the name of the file, what I need to do is over here echo $_files. First index would be image underscore name, that is the name of the input field, and the second index would be name as per the var dump. So if you can see $_files, which is an array which has index image underscore name, which again has index name, which is picture2.png. Similarly, $_files, image name, and type is image/png. So png is its type. Similarly, $_files, image name slash image name, tmp name will be its temporary location. So whenever a file is browsed and submitted, it firstly gets stored in a temporary location which is in our server. In my case, I'm using amps, so it is being stored in applications, amps, tmp, and this is a temporary file name provided to that file. So whenever something is browsed, it is first of all stored in temporary location, which is denoted by tmp underscore name index. So if you want to get the access to temporary location, temporary file, what we do is $_files, image name, tmp name. Okay, similarly there is another fourth index which is error, and if it is 0, which means this is error free. There can be various integers error code which denotes different messages, but for now it says there is no error, which is 0. And finally we have size, which gives the size of the file in bytes. So this is 774927 bytes of file. So this is the description of the $_ files. I'm sure actually that these information will be very useful while uploading the file. Let's see how. So first thing that we are clear right now, and we should be clear right until now, that any text type of input are submitted via $_post if the method used is post. Similarly, any type of browsable files which has input type equals to file is posted via $_files, right? And it should be grabbed this way. So if you want name, we should write $files image name, which is the name used in the input, and the second parameter would be name. If you want like say temp name, tmp temporary name, this is this. If you want size, we can do this, and if you want like error, we can do this. This is how we access different files. So first thing that what we did was we grabbed the we grabbed the caption using $post. Now it's time to grab image. So first thing what we need to do is we should check if the image name is really, I mean if any files was really browsed. So whenever a file is browsed, some name is submitted, that is for sure. Okay, so first of all we need to check if the name of that file is not blank, which means there was some file that was being browsed. So for that what we need to do is if $_files of, what was the name, image_name and name, right? If this is not blank, which means if this is true, means it has some value, only then we have to do the task of uploading. But if this is blank, we have to do nothing. So let us just remove else. So if there is some value in $_files image name, then we can go ahead with the task of uploading. So first of all, first step while uploading a task is grabbing the name. So the name is stored in this index, right? In the index name of image name, right? So what we can do is grab the name by this. So when we grab the name by this, we get this value, picture2.png. The second thing is we don't usually use the same name that was browsed, like that is picture2.png. Rather what we do is we create our own file name, which is unique in itself. The name picture2 can be repeated or can be used by other users as well while uploading. So if some other user has the same name, then our existing image will be replaced by the image that is uploaded recently. So the first thing, the most important thing that we need to consider while uploading any image is that the image name should always be unique. And the best way to make image name unique is by renaming it with the current timestamp, because the year, the month, the day and hour, minute and second, if we combine all these things together, these things are always unique. The combination of these things are always unique. The second, if let's say 2018 March, and today is March 5, I guess, yes, so 2018 March 5 to and 9 o'clock 48 minute and some seconds will not come again in future. This is unique. So if we rename the file name by current timestamp, we are almost sure that this will not repeat again in future. So what do is we create our unique name that we will use to rename the file that is being uploaded. How will we do that? We will discuss it in future, but first of all what we do is we let us create a unique name, and let us give that name as let us name that as unique. Okay, you can give any variable name, but I'm just, to make it clear, I'm just making a variable name as unique. So the function for displaying the timestamp or getting the timestamp, current timestamp, would be date, right? So date y will give us the current year, that is 2018. The m will give us the current month, that is March, which means 03, and d will give us the current date, which is 505, and h will give me the current hour, which is like 21, and m will give, not m, I will give me the current minute, which is 49, and s will give me the current second, which I'm not sure what it is, but it will give me. Okay, so this is how I created a current let's say current time, including year, month, day, hour, minute, and second. Let us just try to see if it is really unique and if it is not being repeated. I'm just printing it with echo. So whenever a file is uploaded, the name is grabbed in $name, and I'm trying to echo something. Then just resend this form again so that everything can be tested. So the year is 2018, the month is 3, the day is 5, but since you can see my my hour is 21 and it is showing 16, it is because the server that I'm using, AMS, it is not set up in a way that it is using the time zone of my location. It might be using time zone of some other places. That is why the hour, minute, and second is not same as my computer, but that is not a big deal, but we can just configure it anytime we like. But let us just ignore that, and we can see that it is giving us hour, minute, and second, which each time I refresh it changes. You can see it's 160601, right? So 160607, so 160611, because second keeps on increasing, and this number will not repeat again in future. So that is why I'm using current timestamp. There can be another case that at the same second two users are uploading files in the same server at the same time. Because suppose, for example, facebook.com, there are hundreds of users using or maybe uploading file at the same time, right? So in that case, maybe in the same second, two or more users are uploading file at the same time. So in that case, maybe the second also can be the same. If multiple number of users are using are trying to upload the file at the same time through same system, in that case our name can be same for multiple users. So to avoid such cases, what we can do is we can concatenate this date and time with an underscore maybe and a random number. So even if hour, minute, second, year, month, and day matches, what we can do is we can just add this up with some random number, like let's say from 1 to this. Okay, so which makes now it very rare for a user to have the same name, because though the second matches, minute matches, hour matches, day matches, month matches, and year matches, at the same time they have to match the random number that is between 1 and 999999999, which is almost impossible. So that's why I'm using rand. Rand means random number. Okay, so rand is a function in PHP that expects two parameter, that is starting number and ending number, and it returns me a random number in between 1 and 9999999. So this is how I created a unique value. Now what do we need to do is we were successful to rename, to generate a unique number, right, or unique name for the file. But a name does not only have name, but it also has an extension. If I just refresh this, I can see it does not only have the name, but it also has extension along with it, that is .png. But our name that we just created, it only has name, but it does not have an extension with it. So the extension should be .png, but our name only has number, it does not have any extension, it only has a name. So what we need to do is we should grab the extension from here and place it in here. This is the second step we do. So the first step is to grab the name and create a unique name for that. Grab the name of the file and create a unique name for that file. And the second step is to grab the extension from this name and place it in this file. Okay. So how do we grab a name from a, grab the extension from file name? So we can see that the file name is some name dot its extension, which is the character, right? And in order to separate the characters making in reference to dot, and there is a function in PHP which is known as explode, which actually separates two different or separates a string into multiple parts with respect to some character that we specify. For example, let us say we have picture2 .jpg. We just saw that, right? So if I want to separate picture2 and separate jpg, what I do is I will explode this string with respect to dot, and what it will do is it will create an array which will place picture2 in 0th index and which will place jpg in first index. So I'll do the same for this name. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll create a name underscore arr. Let us say I'm just giving a name which is a variable that stores the explode of $name with respect to dot. So explode is a function that expects two parameter, and the first parameter is the reference, or let's say the separator, in reference to which I am trying to separate the string, and hence the second parameter should be string. So in our case, the name is picture2.jpg. So I'm exploding picture2.jpg by dot. All right. So as I explained, as we explode a string by its reference, by some reference, it will put the different parts in array, in numeric array, so like in 0th index, first index, and second index. Let's try to var dump $name underscore arr to see what it really looks like. Okay, I'm just resending the same thing. So it says that the name underscore arr is an array with two index, and the 0th index contains its name, and the first index contains its extension, and this is what we want. We need to have extension of that file and need to append it to this name, right? So what our main mission is to grab the name of the file, grab the extension of the file and attach it to this name that we just created. So it is clear from here that extension, the first part of the explode is the file name, and second part of the explode is the extension. So what we can do is we are sure now that the extension is the second part, which is first index 0. It's the index start from 0, and 0 has picture2, and the first index had png. So we are sure that png in first index. Now it is still not perfect. The code is still not perfect. We have not still yet got the proper extension, because I have to demonstrate that what I have done is let's say in SSD users Anwar pictures. Okay, so demonstrate that I have created an image with two dots in it. See, so pictur dot e1 dot png. Let's try to upload this file. Okay, let's go back, refresh, let's make caption anything, browse. If I upload this file and now try to submit, upload, let me var dump name var underscore dump $name underscore arr. Now in this case, in the previous case, we had seen that the 0th index had the name and the first index had extension. Now here we can see 0th index has PICTUR, first index has E1 and second index has PNG. And why is it so? It is because we can see, where is my it is inside SSD, users, Anwar, and food pictures, because it is, we can see that this name is separated with respect to dot, and it found that PICTUR is the first part, E1 is the second part, and PNG is third part. And therefore it is not always necessary that the extension will be in the first index. But you can see in this code we are trying to assign extension in the first index of name underscore array, which is not always true. But it is always true that extension is always in the last of the array, right? So if you see, the 0th index can have anything, the first index can have another part, but the second index is PNG. It is because the extension always appear in the last, at the last of the string, right? So what we can do is, instead of using number as index, what we can do is we can say END. We can call END function and pass the name of the pass the array name within it. What END does is it grabs the last value of an array and returns it, which in our case is PNG. So it grabs PNG and returns it and assigns an extension. This is how exactly we grab the extension of the file. So we got our name, we got our extension. Now what we can do is we can create a final file name. I'll just name it as final underscore name is unique, which is the name that we created, that we chose for a file that is unique, unique, concatenate with dot, concatenate with extension. So it is like something dot png, something dot jpg, something dot gif, right? So we are creating a file name and we will be using this name to upload the file. So now we are ready with the name that is to be used while uploading the file. Now the last step is to really upload the file. So currently, after browsing the file, it is stored in a temporary location, as I mentioned earlier, and which is denoted by, let us just say, which is denoted by $_files, the image name, and the index was tmp_name, right? So this is the place where the temporary, this is the place which is the temporary location for the image that we just uploaded. So what we need to do is we need to move the image from this location to our desired location. Let us just create a folder in this is PHP Specials and name it as uploads, uploads. Let us say this is the place that we want to upload our files that we upload using form. So we need to move the file from this location to uploads, which is our desired location. This is how we actually upload a file. Okay. So for that, to move the image from temporary location to our desired location, we have a function in PHP which is known as move_uploaded_files. So move_uploaded_files expects two parameter. The first parameter is its current location, that is file name, and this is not actually file name, this is actually its current location, which is temporary location. So it is $_files. The first parameter is the name used in input, that is image_name. The second parameter is its tmp_name. So we are moving the file from temporary location to our desired location, which is uploads folder, and the name of the file, which is final name. We want to upload the file name, upload the file with the name this, right? So unique dot extension is our final file name, and we want our files to be uploaded in uploads as name this. So this is how we call the move uploaded files function. So move uploaded files $files image name from temporary location to our desired location. Okay, so this function will surely upload the file. Now let us not reload the page, because the temporary location might have already been changed. So if we try this, the image upload might not work immediately, but if you go back and refresh and give a caption, like say sample caption, and browse an image. Let us upload this lady and click on upload. It showed no error, which means the image should have been uploaded inside uploads, and we can see there is an image now. Let us check to see if that is the image that we really wanted. So inside application amps www and PHP Specials, inside uploads, we can see there is an image, and it is the same lady that we uploaded. Am I right? Yes. So this is how we uploaded an image. Now last point that we need to do, let us say we uploaded the file to our server. Now we need to store the information to the database. So once we upload the file, if the upload process was successful, this function returns true, and if the upload process was not complete, then it returns false. So what we need to do is we need to check if the process was successfully done. For that we can add an if statement and place the entire uploading process within the if. So it will return true, the if will be executed, and if it returns false, the else will be executed, and we really need to do nothing for now for the else. So we will just check that if the upload was made successfully, we need to connect to the database and insert the desired value to the database. So let me quickly connect to my MySQL server, for which I'll use MySQLi_connect. My host name is localhost, and my username is root. My password is MySQL I'm MySQL, and my database is PHP_Specials. I'm using AMP server, therefore my default password is MySQL. If you are using WAMP or XAMPP in Windows environment, your password could be blank. Okay, so this is how I connected to my MySQL server and my database. Let me quickly create a query. So as per my query should be insert into the table name is image, maybe. Let me see, image, no, images, right? Insert into images, and I want to insert caption and image, right? And the values for those should be within single quote. This is the place for caption and this is the place for image. So my caption is $caption, which I'll concatenate this way. So double quote dot and $caption. Similarly here, double quote dot, this is for concatenation, and my file name is final name, right? So final_name. Now I need to execute this query. So let's say MySQLi_query. My first parameter should be link, which is returned by MySQLi connect, and my second parameter should be the query. And let us say the file, let us give a message saying the file was uploaded successfully. Okay, else let us give a message that says there was problem uploading your file. Okay, let's send. It says there was problem uploading your file. It is because we are trying to use the same temporary location which was already used by the previous file. Let's go back, try to resubmit the form, and let's give the caption 2 and choose a file. Let us upload another lady here and upload it. The file was uploaded successfully. Let us check. The lady is here, and the database should also have the new lady, which is here. So caption 2, the name of the file should be 726611. The new lady should have this name 726611, which is perfect. So we are saving the name of the images to our database properly. So whenever we want to use the name and the image for caption 2, we'll just check into the database, we'll select the image name from database and give the location in our file. So this is actually how we upload the files to the database. but there can be multiple options integrated with this system. Like we can check the extension, so we already have extension, we can check to see if the extension is JPG or GIF or PNG or other desired extension, then allow the upload process or give a message that says invalid extension. So what we can do is if dollar $ext equals to JPG or ext equals to PNG or $ext equals to GIF for now. Let us only allow these three extension. If only if extension is JPG or PNG or GIF, then go for the upload process like this. Otherwise, let us just shift it a little bit inside. Otherwise, give a message that says invalid extension, invalid file extension. Okay, now let's try this one. Go back, try to upload something else which is not image, so refresh this, something else which can be downloads. I'm trying to upload an XLS file. Okay, so upload, I'm trying to upload and it says invalid file extension because it found that it is not JPG, it is not PNG, and it is not GIF. So in this way we can do multiple things. You can modify it as you like. So and this was how we also check the extension. You could also check the file size, which can be which we can grab by doing $_files image name size. You will get the size in byte. You can convert into MB and check the file size. So this is how you can do multiple operations using this. So this was a simple concept of uploading image using PHP, and I hope you understood the video. And if you are in need of this source code, I have provided the link to the source code in the description below. I have a GitHub maintain, a Git repository maintained for all the PHP Specials and my previous playlist videos, so you can grab the source code from there. I also have mentioned the link to the database, so you can get the database and import it. So if you have any questions, mention it in the comment. And if you like the video, I hope you provide proper rating and like the video, subscribe the video, and share the video as much as you can. I will come back tomorrow again with a new video. Till then, have a nice day, have a nice time. Thank you.